Imagine waking up to find your backyard carved up like a cheap pie. All because some self-appointed queen of the cul-de-sac decided your grass wasn't community approved. That's what hit Mike Reynolds like a freight train one crisp morning in suburban Evergreen Meadows, Colorado, a place where picket fences hide more knives than a chef's drawer. But Mike, a retired cartographer who'd mapped war zones without flinching, wasn't about to let some clipboard-wielding busybody redraw his reality. Mike had snagged his modest ranch-style home 3 months back, dreaming of quiet evenings grilling burgers and tending his vegetable patch. The neighborhood looked idyllic, manicured lawns, kids on bikes, the kind of spot where folks wave but never linger. Underneath, a suffocating web of HOA rules thicker than Grandma's cookbook: no pink flamingos, no visible trash cans, and God forbid your mailbox leans a degree off plumb. Whispers followed Mike from day one. He's the new guy? Probably doesn't recycle right. Neighbors eyed his tomato vines like they were contraband. But Mike smiled through it, jotting mental notes on every sideways glance. Then came the inciting knock. Barbara Klein, HOA president, a rotund figure in starched khakis and a perpetual scowl that screamed, "I own your curb appeal," stood on his porch with a saccharine grin. "Mr. Reynolds, welcome. Just a friendly reminder about our covenants. Your fence? It's encroaching on communal green space by a whopping 2 inches." Mike peered at her over his coffee mug. "Communal what? That's my deed talking. Barbara. County records don't lie." She chuckled. "That fake titter reserved for peasants." "Oh, honey, we've updated the plats for better flow. You'll get the bill, dues plus a fine for noncompliance. Think of it as investing in our shared harmony." Mike bit his tongue. But inside, gears turned. He knew maps like lovers know secrets. This smelled like a redraw scam. The harassment ramped up like a bad sitcom. Drones buzzed his roof at dawn, capturing evidence of his unsightly garden gnomes. Fake rocks with hidden cameras popped up along his property line, winking like guilty accomplices. Neighbors gossiped at block parties. "Mike's turning the place into a jungle. Barbara says it's devaluing us all." One evening, Mike overheard Barbara at the mailbox cluster, preaching to her flock, "We must protect our standards. That man's chaos threatens the very fabric of our order." Mike stayed silent, but he installed his own cams, documenting every hover and snoop. "Let them dig their grave," he muttered, sipping whiskey as he reviewed footage of Barbara's minions spray-painting violation tags on his shed under moonlight. It was absurd, her lecturing on community ethics while trespassing like a budget burglar. Tensions boiled when Mike spotted fresh trenches slicing his side yard, PVC pipes snaking in like uninvited guests. "Community irrigation upgrade," the crew chief grunted, waving blueprints. Mike confronted Barbara at the next HOA meeting, her face flushed under the fluorescent lights. "This is my land, not your pet project. Your updates are forgeries. I pulled the originals from county archives." She straightened, voice dripping piety. "Mr. Reynolds, everything's above board. We're enhancing value for all. If you can't see that, perhaps you don't belong." The room murmured approval. But Mike caught her cousin's nervous fidget, the admin who'd corrected those files after hours. He smiled inwardly. Belong? Funny, coming from someone who redraws lines like a kid with crayons. The showdown hit like thunder, armed with timestamps, metadata exposing the cousin's midnight uploads, and drone footage of the illicit digs violating state aquifer laws. Mike lawyered up. His attorney, a no-nonsense shark named Lisa Grant, shredded them in court. "Your Honor, this is an oversight. It's a land grab wrapped in HOA hypocrisy." Barbara blustered from the stand. "I was upholding order. People like him disrupt our peace." The judge's gavel cracked like karma. "Order? You mean fraud?" "Injunction granted. HOA suspended." Gasps echoed as Barbara's empire crumbled. Emails surfaced proving she'd targeted for other homes for integration, pocketing resale kickbacks. Cuffs clicked on her wrists outside, her haughty mask cracking into pathetic pleas. As the dust settled, Mike's yard bloomed unchecked, neighbors now nodding respectfully instead of whispering. The dissolved HOA left a vacuum of real freedom, folks finally breathing without permission slips. Mike sipped coffee on his porch, watching the sunset paint his untrampled grass gold. Justice didn't just win. It mocked the tyrants who'd preached it loudest. But tell me, was Mike the villain for fighting back? Or is every HOA just a Karen in committee form, waiting to overstep?